Game day brings its ups and downs, celebration and disappointment, anxiety and relief, friends and enemies. You can always argue over who should have won, but everyone can agree on great food. Appetizers, entrees, drinks, party platters, or even the taste of sweet victory. There's something for every season at Eat With Us restaurants.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning, and welcome into Mississippi Live Weather This Morning. Thanks as always for tuning in and starting off your day with us. I'm meteorologist Maggye. I hope you have your cup of coffee and you're ready to go out the door this morning. Here's what you need to know before you step out the door. Number one is we're seeing a foggy start for some of us. Now, a certain portion of our area saw that yesterday. If you were closer to the Tennessee state line here in Tate County, Tunica County, all the way up into Soto, Alcorn, Benton, Tippah County, I believe was under that dense fog advisory as well yesterday afternoon into the evening. Yeah, it was kind of spooky out there, wasn't it? We saw warm rain hit the cold ground where there was still sleet and snowpack, and that's what caused that patchy dense fog kind of in the middle of the day. So definitely was kind of eerie out there for the back half of your day for some. Some of us seeing some foggy start this morning as well. So we'll talk about who's seeing that limited visibility as of this morning. Also seeing a cooler day ahead. If you got any plans, I'd grab the coat. It is noticeably cooler through your day, but we will be warming back up by Friday. So that's some good news out there for you. That cold weather does not stick around throughout the entirety of the work week. And again, we'll see warmer conditions come back in the forecast. Let's talk about those visibility concerns. So who's seeing that patchy fog this morning? Not a lot of us, but I am still seeing some limited visibility, 5 miles in Starkville, Columbus as well, Amory, Tupelo, Iuka, Corinth, Oxford. You can see kind of some patchy areas where the visibility is down by a few miles. We should be up to 10 again in those few areas. So yeah, some patchy fog out there, but nothing of too concern. If you run into it, you know the deal. Just keep it slow and keep your beams on low out there. Let me show you a big wide view of what's going on this morning. We saw that rain yesterday. That cold front and low pressure system that caused that rain is now moved off to our east, causing rainfall over in the Carolinas, Georgia, southern Alabama, down into the Gulf Coast as well. So it's going to continue to push off to the east, and we're looking at a dry day ahead because of it over here in North Mississippi out there for your Wednesday. Here's a live look at, again, one of those areas that is seeing a little bit of some fog out there this morning. This is our live look over in Tupelo by the North Mississippi Storm Chasers. They lend us their camera network. This one's sponsored by Mitchell Cunningham Bowling as well. So we liked these cameras because we can see what's actually going on across the area outside and get to show you it. And that's a look over in Tupelo. Again, you can see that fog concern. So just be careful out there if you're headed out in Tupelo. Temperatures in the 30s this morning. So we're back to starting all in the 30s. Same story over in Winona. Lots of clouds out there. And overall, not seeing too much of a fog concern over in Winona. Let's talk temperature-wise. Most of us in the 30s this morning. 31 in Water Valley, 30 in Senatobia, 30 South Haven, 32 in Bruce, 35 in Houston. Now, the further east that you slide, yeah, you get some 40s out there as well from Columbus, Macon, Aliceville, and Vernon. But most of us, again, starting off in the 30s this morning. Take a wider look. You can see where that cold front is sitting. And the further you are away from it, yeah, the cooler you're starting this morning. 30 in Memphis, but 35 in Tupelo, even in the 20s over there in Fayetteville, Arkansas. But then as you slide off to the east where that front is sitting with that rain and that cloud cover, starting off in the 50s from Birmingham to Montgomery, down in Hattiesburg as well. So even starting off in the upper 50s. Here for your first 12 hours in North Mississippi, we will see, again, a cooler day ahead. Temperatures in the 30s all the way through your 10 o'clock hour. Eventually we get into the 40s by your 1 o'clock hour, and most of us topping off right there near 40 degrees, low 40s at best into the afternoon with a whole lot of cloud cover sticking around as well. So definitely not as warm today, sitting well below average, and also a northerly wind, north-northwest wind at play through the day. You can see that ranging from 10 up to around 15 miles an hour. still going to make it feel even cooler out there. So definitely going to want your coat through the day. Let's track out this cold. I told you it doesn't last forever. So here's a look at this. Let's track these cold conditions through the rest of your work week. Yes, we're here on Wednesday where we're seeing that shot of cold air across a good portion of the central United States, including here in North Mississippi. Now let's shift into your Thursday. Cold air is going to stick around for your Thursday, even seeing a cooler start to the morning hours on Thursday. You want your coat out the door. We'll talk specifics in just a moment. But overall, another cold or cooler day out there for Thursday as that cold air really starts to sink into the southeast. However, watch as we shift into Friday, that cold air returns north and to the east, and we're looking at a warmer day ahead to round out your work week. So again, the cold doesn't stick around for too long, but it will be here over the next few days. Coming up next, we'll talk about, again, your Thursday morning lows, how cold it's going to be out the door tomorrow morning. And of course, we'll talk about that all important weekend forecast coming up right after this.
Save today at Room to Room's President's Day sale. 55% off furniture and mattresses, 20% off accessories,
and 24-month special financing.
The time to act is now.
Room to Room Tupelo, where we know there's no place like your home.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggye McCauley.
Hey, and welcome back into the Room to Room Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Maggye McCauley. Let me show you a few live looks outside before we get into your full forecast this morning. This is over in Panola County. This is northwest Mississippi, Batesville, Mississippi. Seeing good to go on the roadways out there this morning. Actually, these roads and side roads are looking significantly better than yesterday due to some of that rain kind of breaking up the last of the snowpack and sleet pack over there in Batesville, at least on their main roadways and side streets. See a little bit of fuzz off in the distance. Yeah, some patchy fog possible in the outlying areas of Batesville as well. Temperatures near 30, so definitely chilly out the further north and west that you go. A little bit warmer the further south and east you go. This is a look over in Maben. Lots of cloud cover to start your day across the area. Temperatures in the middle 30s there. As for your school bus forecast, I know kiddos are getting back off to school. A lot of us this morning, you're going to need your coat out the door. Those kiddos and you going to need it. Temperatures in the middle 30s out there, and only going to be ending in the 40s by the time you're picking them up. So yeah, you're going to need the coat pretty much all day long. Here's a look at high temperatures across the board for your Wednesday. Sitting around 10 degrees below average is where most of us are going to be at, in the low to middle 40s. 43 in Tupelo, 43 New Albany, 40 up in Corinth, 41 over in Oxford. Further south you go, middle 40s do show up. 46 in Starkville, 47 Columbus, 46 in Louisville, 47 over there in Atala County in Kosciuszko. So majority of us in those low to middle 40s out there. Definitely going to be a cooler day ahead, not only for us here in North Mississippi, but for a good portion of the United States. That cooler air kind of filtering in, allowing for below average or below normal conditions for really the eastern half of the United States. So we're not alone in these cooler conditions. If you want to see warmer and above average conditions, you got to go far out west along the west coast as well out here for today. Let's take it hour by hour. Only thing I'm tracking today and tomorrow and even throughout the work week is going to be cloud cover. As we head now through noon, still seeing a lot of clouds around the area. However, into the afternoon, we'll start to see these break up. I think we'll start to see some full-on sunshine just before sunset this evening. So more sunshine does return into the back half of the day. Going into the overnight hours, we'll see clear conditions going into your Thursday, at least for the most part. We could see a few clouds out here, but a lot of us starting clear. And because of that, Thursday morning is going to be a cold one out there. Again, we'll talk about specific specifics in just a minute. Going throughout your Thursday, we'll see a good mix of sun and clouds with a lot of sunshine through the back half of the day out there on your Thursday, before we'll see a little bit of some clouds pass through as we head into the overnight hours. So again, the only thing I'm tracking over the next few days are clouds. Here's a look at your high temperatures. We are tracking a little bit of a bump, an increase in temperatures going into Friday. Today and tomorrow in the 40s. Friday, we're back near 60. So if you don't like these 40s, just give it a few days. We're near 60 on your Friday, 50s on your Saturday, and then we're going to be in the low to middle 60s Sunday and throughout a majority of your next upcoming work week. So next work week, anything that's still sticking around in your yard like mine, still covered in that snow and sleet pack, really going to be getting hit heavy with some warmer temperatures and sunshine, allowing for everything to fully melt as we head Friday and then into your upcoming work week as well. So warmer conditions are on the way. As for tomorrow, your day planner ahead, you can see temperatures starting off in the 20s. So that's why I said a colder start to your Thursday. Eventually, we do bump up into the 30s and then back in the middle 40s out there for Thursday. Again, hold tight though, because we are looking at a warmer Friday ahead and a warmer weekend. Here's a look at your weekend forecast. 50s out there on Saturday, 60s out there on your Sunday. So pretty mild days out there, average to above average, and also that dry pattern sticking around. As we head further on into February, going into the week and then weekend of Valentine's Day, so that's your upcoming work week, we're looking at warmer than average conditions. You saw it there on our 7-day high temperature graphic. You can see it here on this temperature outlook. Warmer than average conditions going across the central and southern United States as we head further into February. So I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. I don't care what that groundhog says. We're looking at a warmer next work week ahead, and I think we're all going to look forward to that. So 40s over your next few days, 60s on Friday, a little bit of a dip on Saturday before 60s return into your upcoming work week. And what's one thing you don't see on this 7-day forecast? Any rain chances? Yeah, we're going to be staying dry over your next 7 days. We don't see rain chances return until we head into the middle and later portion of our upcoming work week. So enjoy the dry and warm conditions while we have them. Hey, make sure to tune back in. We'll be live 2 more times this morning, coming up at 7 and 7:30. So make sure to tune in then. We'll have everything you need to know to get you out the door. We'll look at an update on those visibility concerns with that patchy fog. And we'll also talk about our Mississippi Live Game of the Week, where we'll be on Friday night, coming up at 7 and 7:30.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy